To our wonderful hosts, the powerful Miss Pau and the friendly and gentle Sir Avengel, thank you for the generous introduction. It has always been a pleasure to be seated here and to meet administrators and teachers all over the nation. How are you, everyone? I hope that you are fine and safe. On behalf of the Dep and EdTech unit, we would like to express our gratefulness for spending your day with us. All together, we are under one endeavor. Like you, we are also working even though it is a holiday to make sure that for the incoming school year, we are not only ready, but also more equipped. By the way, because it's the National Heroes Day, we have different meanings of what a hero is. But I won't say that we are heroes because we are attending this Vincent. That's very shallow, isn't it? Remember, teachers, that we are always the heroes in the eyes of our learners. And just like those heroes of the silver screen, we need to continually enhance our skills so we can save more lives. And that is what in service training is all about. Once again, I am Miss May, and for this afternoon, I will be talking about the wisdom behind Grammarly. There you go, that's my PowerPoint. Sounds exciting, right? Again, that's my title, The Wisdom Behind Grammarly. I am excited too to have an hour or so to talk about this wonderful application. But before that, have you heard of the trinity of the common mistakes in writing? In the name of the spelling, of the tenses, and of the subject-verb agreement. Whoa, just telling about them made me feel so nervous. Honestly, even teachers of English get discombobulated of these things. So give yourself a tap on the shoulders and say, do not worry. Even English teachers make mistakes in English. There are so many rules and exemptions to the rules that one needs to master to write and speak a string of thoughts without any grammar lapses. Now, let me have a rough idea of how well your grammar is. I want to challenge you I want to challenge your grammar knowledge with the short quiz. Okay, I will now be uh, proceeding to my slides. There you go. I will be reading the situations and the choices for each of them. I will be giving 5 seconds, again, just 5 seconds before I reveal the answer and explain why it is the answer. Is that clear? If the answer is yes, please comment a like emoji on the comment section. Let's see who is ready to take the challenge. There you go. Let's have number one. Mr. Santos would like to use the expression I am looking forward to, but he is not sure how to finish it correctly. Which of the following sentences with the phrase I am looking forward to is correct? A, I am looking forward to receive a positive response from you. I am looking forward to having received an email coming from you. C, I'm looking forward to receiving a response from you. Or D, I'm looking forward to have seen an email as a response from you. Let's see who will be getting the correct answer. Okay, I can see on the comment section that some of you answered letter C, letter A. There are various of answers. Time's up. The answer is letter C. I'm looking forward to receiving a response from you. Like what I said, I will be explaining why this is the answer. Okay, when you have the expression looking forward to is a preposition and it must be followed by a noun or a gerund. So you can either say, I am looking forward to receiving because receiving is a gerund. A response from you. And the second expression is, I am looking forward to your response because after the preposition to is the noun phrase, your response. That's the first question, and I think you are challenged by that. Now let's have the second question. It will be getting harder as I move to one number to another. Number two, Miss Cruz said, the paperworks that I have been doing deal with crucial informations. Choose two sentences. Again, choose two sentences to correct the grammatical mistake or mistakes in her sentence. I believe a word here in the sentence of Miss Cruz is oftenly said by most of us. A, the paperwork that I have been doing deal with crucial informations. B, the paperwork that I have been doing deals with a great deal of information. C, much of the paperwork that I have been doing deals with crucial information. Or D, the paperworks that I have been doing deals with a lot of information. 5 seconds, you will answer 2 letters. Your 5 seconds starts now. B and C, A and D. Let's see. Oh, my timer is not moving anymore. 3, 2, 1. Let me reveal the answer. Let's see who will be getting the correct answers. And it's letter B. Okay. The paperwork that I have been doing deals with a great deal of information. And much of the paperwork that I have been doing deals with crucial information. Now, let's explain why B and C are the answers. Remember, paperwork and information are uncountable nouns. Therefore, they do not take the suffixes s or es and always take the singular form of the verb. So every time you will be hearing paperworks, then that's incorrect. Don't say paperworks, but we can say literary works. Quantifiers for uncountable nouns can't be added before uncountable nouns to express how much. What are the other uncountable nouns that we don't add s or es at the end? We don't say furnitures, we don't say advices, we don't say monies, we don't say powers, electricities, and luggages. Okay, so that's a nice refresher of uncountable nouns that we don't add s or es on. Okay, let's have the third number. Mrs. Padilla had a pop quiz in her synchronous class. She said, class, 12 times 12 times 7. Oh, that's math, so I'm finding hard to pronounce it. I really have a phobia with numbers. Class, 12 times 7 is equals to blank. I will give you time to think about it. Your 2 minutes start now. Now the question, were her sentences correct? A, yes, both sentences are correct. B, no, both sentences are incorrect. C, no, only her first sentence is incorrect. D, no, only her second sentence is incorrect. Your 5 seconds starts now. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see who will be getting the answer. Some of you answered C, some of you answered B. But if you answered letter B, then you are correct. No, both sentences are incorrect. Now, let us find out why. Why both of the sentences are incorrect. It's because when you have an arithmetic or numerical expressions, they always take the singular form. So remember, especially for math teachers and science teachers, we don't say 12 times 5 is equals, but we will be saying is equal to. Is already your verb and equal their functions as your adjective. So is equals to. 12 times 5 equals. Okay, and the sum, which is singular, of 5 and 3 is. In the last phrase, our subject is not 5 and 3, but we're talking about the sum, which is singular. So we will be using the singular form of the verb, is. Okay, so I hope you will be taking note of that, especially for those teachers who are dealing with numbers. Let's have the second to the last item and let's see who will be keeping up. Okay, Mr. Lamangan is giving an update to the parents of his students. In one of his messages, he said, "Student A is one of those students who participates actively in the class. One of the teachers say that he might have an award at the end of the school year if he continues his performance. Are the underlined verbs correct?" Again, are the underlined verbs correct? A, yes, both are correct. B, no, both are incorrect. C, no, only the first verb participates is incorrect. No, Only the second verb say is incorrect. Now it's quite tricky, I know, one of those and one of the. Let's see who will be getting the correct answer. Okay, let's see. Some of you said B. No, both are incorrect. Some of you said it's letter C. Only the first verb is incorrect. Let's find out. And let's see the explanation. I haven't yet given the time. Five, five, four, three, two, one, zero. Time's up. And the explanation is like this. Now listen carefully, teachers, because even English teachers are confused with these expressions. Okay, let us have first the expression one of those students in the first sentence. Student A is one of those students. Now, our subject there is not student A anymore, but we're talking about students. That's where student A belongs. So again, our subject for the first sentence is students, which is a plural noun. So a plural noun will be getting a plural verb. So it should not be participates, it should be participate. Now, in the second sentence, we have one of the teachers. We're not talking about the teachers there, but we're singling out. We're singling out one teachers among the group. So if our subject is one, it's singular, therefore it will be taking a singular verb. So one of the teachers says, not say. I hope that is clear. You have to really find out who is our subject, whether the subject belongs to a group, then the group is the subject, or are we singling out the subject to a group? If that is the case, the subject is singular, all right? Now, let's see if you will be getting the last item correctly. Ready, teachers? If you are still ready, can you comment a like sign again? I will be waiting. Again, if you are still ready, can you comment a like sign again? Yes, let's go back. One is inquiring. Yes, it's letter B. Okay, if you're still ready, let's have the last question. And the last question is, as a solution to students with no internet connection, schools have allotted a budget to print their modules. Which of the following will correct the sentence? So that means the first sentence is incorrect. A, you have to choose which among the choices is the correct sentence. A, as a solution to students with no internet connection, a budget was allotted to print modules for students. B, as a solution to students with no internet connection, teachers made sure that students would have modules. Letter C, as a solution to students with no internet connection, modules were printed out and given to the students. Or D, no error. Okay, I believe the last sentence is the trickiest question out of the five that I gave you. Can you find out, teachers, what is the correct answer for number five? Let's see. Let me check the comment section. And most of you answered letter C, but some of you also answered letter A. Now, if you answered letter C, that is correct. Okay, I think I haven't shown the timer, but thank you so much for giving your answers to me on the comment section. Right? Again, the correct answer is letter C. Now, let us find out. In our sentence here, we started with the phrase as a solution to students with no internet connection, right? So we're talking about solution. So we should have a noun that should be correctly modified by the phrase that starts our sentence. Since we're talking about the solution, it should not be the teachers, it should not be the budget, it should not be the school, but the solution is the modules. The solution is the modules. Not the solution are the modules, but the solution is the modules. So letter C is the correct answer. Remember, when starting a sentence with a phrase, make sure that it is followed by the correct noun it modifies. Okay, let me see how well you fare, teachers. Can I know how well you fare? How many scores did you get? All right. Some of you got four, some of you got three, but it is okay, teachers. Having mistakes is fine. Remember, Errors are there for us to learn. As I explained to you the wisdom behind the correct answers, we get to appreciate the presence of a grammar coach that will point to us our mistakes when they happen, right? That is why it is nice to have an English major for a friend, isn't it? But kidding aside, what would you feel if I tell you that you can have a grammar coach at your fingertips? Teachers, ladies and gentlemen, let me proceed to my topic, the wisdom behind Grammarly. Well, Teacher Mary, what is Grammarly? Here on the screen, you can see that Grammarly is a tool to improve grammar, spelling, style, and tone. It is immersive. Teacher, what do you mean by immersive? That means Grammarly can be used in different applications. If you install it, there you go, you can use it right away. And you can use it in some of the applications such as Gmail, Google Docs, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And aside from these applications, you can also use Grammarly in other applications too, which we use every day. So we have a grammar coach that we can rely with as we want to make our sentences, our statements, grammar mistake free. Are you ready to know this application? I am ready to present it to you. Okay, so if you would type grammarly.com in your desktop, you will first know how to use this application in the desktop or laptop version. Because if we will start only with our tablets, or our mobile phones, we can't really have a comprehensive experience of how this application works. Okay, so type in the address bar grammarly.com, and this is where, or this is the website where you will be landing in. Okay, so first of all, you have to click add to Chrome because this will be an extension in the Chrome. So just click on that. It's free, by the way. Then after that, you will be directed to the Chrome Web Store. In the On the right side of the screen, you have the option there, Add to Chrome. Just press that. And as you press that, your computer will automatically add that to your desktop or to your device. But it will be checking the system requirements if Grammarly meets the requirements based on the gadgets that you're using. Okay. After it checks, there will be a prompt here that will appear on your screen. Add extension or cancel. Definitely we have to add Grammarly. So just click add extension. After you click that, there, the tab or the square that was checking a while ago is now removed from Chrome. Now, if it changed from checking to remove from Chrome, that means it's now added in your device. You can use Grammarly now, but definitely there are further steps to make sure that we have an account in Grammarly. So that's just the first step, installing the Grammarly account in our devices. Again, we are using the laptop or the desktop version so we can freely navigate a comprehensive experience of the application. Okay, so after that, you are required to you are required to sign up. You can put your email here in the email field and then click agree and sign up. If you are a new user, that will be your next step. Put your email, a working email. It can be your personal email or the email given to you by DepEd, the at deped.gov.ph. So you have your choice. It's your discretion what Gmail account will you be using for your Grammarly account. Should you use your personal account or your Gmail account? Teacher, you have to make the decision. So after putting your email in the email field, hit agree and sign up. What if I have already, or you can also choose if you don't want to, if you forgot, or if you're lazy to type in your Gmail or your email address, you can choose to sign up using your Facebook account, your Google account, and your Apple accounts. But however, if you have an account, just click on the prompt there on the upper right hand of the screen, just click I have an account, and this will be the option. Okay, so I have used there my my deb and email account, and then I will just because it will be like a login in. Okay, I will just log in and then type in my password and hit agree and sign up. Okay, so whatever you choose, whether a new account or you will just be logging in, you have to input your email address and then your password. So you can go to the application right away. After that, there you go. Click continue. And there you are directed to the Grammarly website. Okay, so we have here download the Grammarly add-in now. And it's not just in Google Docs. So they also make updates on the application so it will be more immersive, more helpful for teachers like us. So if we click the Grammarly add-in now, it will be downloaded to our desktop. And Grammarly is not just to be used in Google Docs, but it will be one of the extensions in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office. That's nice, right? Because when we type, we can either choose to type our documents in Google Docs and Microsoft Word. And using this update from Grammarly, we can have a grammar coach while working in our Microsoft Word document. That's nice, right? So let's see how does that work. How does work? How does that work? Okay, so if you click on that, if you click on download the Grammarly add-in now, this will be the page. Okay, this will be the page that you will be seeing. Get the add-in. Okay, it's free. So you are always reminded that it's a free, no hidden charge, unless you want to get the Grammarly premium account or the Grammarly business account. But you will be starting with the basic account, which is the free account. Okay, so just click get the add-in. After you click on that, your computer will automatically or will download the application. So just after you see the application being downloaded in your device, click save. Okay, so it will be stored now in your computer. Okay, I can see my mouse. Okay, so you can see here that it is being downloaded in your desktop or in your laptop, in your device. After that, there will be a prompt saying get started. Click on that. Then after that, you can choose where you want to use your Grammarly. Would you want it to be used in your Word, or would you want it to be used also in your Outlook account? For me, I chose both because I am using both of my accounts. But you have your freedom here to choose what application in Microsoft would you like to use your Grammarly account with. What would you like to use it in the Word application or in the Outlook? But if you want to use both applications, or if you want to use Grammarly in both applications, that's okay. Just have to tick the boxes before the icons for Word and Outlook, then click install. Okay, so you are now, you will now be installing the application based on your preferences. Okay, so you can see that it's loading now. Then after that, example, if you have installed Grammarly, but you have open documents, or your Outlook account is open, you have to close that because the application needs to load the application needs to load before it can successfully be added as an extension in your Microsoft Word application and Microsoft Outlook application. So if there's no Word or Outlook account that is open, you can just click OK, right? After that, after you hit OK, there. Congratulations, you've installed Grammarly. And then you can just click finish. It's easy, right? It's easy to install Grammarly in your device. So let's see. Let's see now how Grammarly works in our document or in a Microsoft document account. So you see here after I install Grammarly in my device and after I close all my documents and restart my computer or just close everything and then open Microsoft Word again, you can see in the ribbon that's in the right side of the screen that you have already the application Grammarly. Okay, it's on the right most side of the screen. Now, let me present to you how does that work. I will be sharing a screen with you, and it's the screen of my Microsoft document. Okay, for a while. Okay, here you go. You can see my screen now. So I will be choosing a blank document. I will click on that. There you go. Okay, again, you can see the Grammarly account here in the rightmost side of your screen. I will click on that, and your screen will be divided into two. Maybe I will. Yes, there you go. I think it's the internet connection that loads the screen. So you see here, your screen is divided into two. The on the left screen will be your document field, and on the right side of the screen will be the suggestions that Grammarly will be creating as you create your account. So let's see. Let me have this sentence. Let's make it bigger. Oh. Okay, if I have this sentence, this dog is barking loudly, you can see here that there is an update going on. And I have here suggestions made by Grammarly. I can just click on that. Okay, so first is dogs, and then the second is is. Okay, so let's click first on the first tab, dogs. We have here the explanation. It appears that the singular demonstrative this is modifying the plural noun dogs. Consider using a plural demonstrative or a singular noun instead. So Grammarly is not just pointing out your mistake, which Microsoft Word does, right? It underlines your mistake. But what's good with Grammarly is that it gives you an explanation what the mistake is. So the mistake is not just pointed out to you, it is also explained. And in language learning, in any language, when you're learning a language, it's not just enough that you know your mistakes. It's more efficient to learn a language when you know what your mistakes are. And that is what Grammarly is doing for us. We have an explanation why dogs is incorrect in this sentence. So how to correct that, Teacher May? We'll just have to click on this green highlighted word, and that will be changed in our document field, right? And so the other mistake also is corrected, automatically corrected. So my previous sentence is changed already with this dog is barking loudly. Nice, right? So we can also have here some pointers to make our knowledge of our work better. You can click clarity. You can also click correctness. We know that clarity is different from correctness. Let's see if we can test the difference between the reports in terms of clarity and in terms of correctness. How about if I have this sentence? Uh, okay, Gary is the girl. Oh, Gary is the girl whom I talked with. So if you could see, there's inappropriate colloquialisms that is presented or that is evident in the sentence that I wrote. Definitely, it's obvious if you're really into grammar. It's obvious that my sentence is incorrect. But everyone has a different level of language proficiency, so Grammarly is very helpful to really point out the mistake. What are the grammar lapses? What are the language improvement that person needs to know? So for this one, the mistake is not just about subject verb agreement. It has to deal with noun usage, which for Grammarly is a higher level of error. So it's not included in the free version, but it will be dealt with the premium, the grammar premium or the Grammarly premium account. Okay, one more example. Okay, we have here, let's close that first and open Grammarly again. Okay, because the mistake a while ago, or the report given by Grammarly, was for the second sentence. It has not loaded yet, or it has not processed yet. Its report for the third sentence. So a guy were standing last night. Okay, so we have two kinds of issue. One that can be dealt with the free account, and one that should be dealt with the premium account. So let's have first the clarity. So far so good. So you can see that there's really a separate report for clarity and correctness, because for the third sentence the clarity is good. So far so good according to Grammarly, but for the correctness it has a different report. Amazing, right? Because you are given two kinds of report that help you to manage your language proficiency or your language knowledge. So if I would click here were, because that's the mistake the Grammarly is seeing on the sentence that you have given. If I would click on that, okay, instead of saying what were, it should be was. So I would click on the green word highlighted on the right side of the screen, and there you go. A guy was standing last night. Okay, so no basic issues, but let's click on the premium issue. I think I will be directed to another tab. Let's click on that. As you can see, I am directed to another tab explaining the difference between grammar free account, Grammarly free account, Grammarly premium account, and Grammarly business account. How we wish we would have the premium account, but that is one of the goals. That is one of the plans that we have for teachers someday. Okay, so I believe you have time to explore more by yourselves the power of Grammarly and making your documents grammar mistakes free. So I would give you time to explore this document or this application in your Word account. Now let's move on, and let's go to my, there you go. I will be flashing again my PowerPoint presentation, then we will go back. So after our discussion on how Grammarly works in a Microsoft Word account, or yeah, Microsoft Word application, sorry for that. Now let's have, ah, there might be, if you will be opening your Microsoft Word application for the first time, you might have this pop-up window. Continue to Grammarly, just click on that, and then you have this permission. Always allow Grammarly to open links at this type in the associated app. Just click Open Grammarly, because for more comprehensive, for more intensive explanation, or if you don't click Open Grammarly, it won't publish the reports on the right side of the screen. So if you would having that prompt in your window or in your desktop, laptop, you should allow Grammarly to open links so that you can have the reports on the right side of the screen. Or else if you just cancel it, you won't have the reports on the right side of the screen that I presented to you a while ago. Okay, let's continue. Okay, success. Now that's for Grammarly on Microsoft Word. Let's have Grammarly on Google Docs. Like what I said, you have two options to make a Word document. You can either use your Microsoft Word application or your Google Docs. So if it's your first time to install Grammarly, you will have this pop up in your Google Docs. Grammarly is now beta testing on Google Docs, so it's not yet uh, fully published as an extension for Google Docs. But we can try Google Docs or Grammarly in Google Docs, and that also works like in the Microsoft Word. Let's see. There you go. So if I have the statement I sees outsiders in the house, we know that the pronoun I always take. The pronoun I always takes the plural form of the verb. So the underlined word here is incorrect. Instead of sees, it should be see. Okay. So you are informed in two ways. First, the incorrect word or the incorrect words will be underlined in red, and also you are notified here by the number of your mistakes as seen by Grammarly. Okay, but I believe here that that the that because it's still beta testing on Google Docs, the reports are simpler compared to the reports that will be given to you if you will be using a Microsoft Word application. Now, Grammarly on Gmail. So since we are making our communication virtually and we are writing a lot of our documents in Microsoft Word and Google Docs, a good news for us is that Grammarly does not only work for Microsoft Word, but also work for Google Docs and Gmail. Okay, so I always use Gmail. I cannot recall a day in my life, actually, when I became a teacher in the public schools, I always use my email, preferably my Gmail. And when we are making correspondence in our email, we need to make sure, like what Sir Ariel said a while ago, that we have to make sure that our email is, or our mail message is correct, grammar free, or grammar mistake free. Why? Because it's a way to present yourself that you really took time to make sure that the correspondence or the email that you will be sending has no mistake. It brings or it provides a good impression to you. And then also, it's a kind of showing respect to the reader of the email because you sent him or her written correspondence or a written email. Okay, so let's see how Grammarly works on Gmail. So you can see here, that's my signature line for my email. So I didn't really show my entire Gmail for privacy reasons. So as you can see here on the rightmost pero sa baba, you can see here two icons. One, a smiley emoticon, and the other is the green circle. The green circle is the Grammarly app. Both of them are for Grammarly app, but the green is for the correctness and clarity, and the emoticon would be how you sound to your reader. That's nice, right? That we're getting a report how we are perceived by the reader of our message. Okay, let's see. So most of you I know would be writing, or I am also guilty of writing my email like this before. So I would read, "Hello, I am very much interested in taking the certification course posted in the website. I would like to know if I can just go to your office or inform you of what day I will be going there. Thank you." Okay, so you can see there that it sounds friendly, it's courteous because the one sending this message has the word "thank you." But do you know that this message, if it's going to be an email, it has incorrect or it has mistakes that should be dealt with the one writing it. So let me present to you the mistakes, okay, of this email message or of this message. First, it's informal, okay? It's as if the writer is talking to a friend. Remember, the one who wrote this is asking about a certification course. So if it's a certification course you're talking with, or the email will be sent to a professional. So that person is not your friend, so you cannot assume a casual tone in making your email. So first, it's informal. Second, it's demanding. Why demanding, Teacher May? It says here, I would like to know if I can just go there to your office, or if I should inform you of what day I will be going there. So it's like the decision will be made by the one writing it. But because the because the one who made this is the one inquiring, he should be asking when he should go to the office, or if there is an appointment system that the one who wrote this should follow before going to the office. Third, it's authoritative, right? Because it's demanding, it's authoritative. And fourth, the message contains crutch words or unnecessary words. Teacher May, what is crutch words or unnecessary words? Crutch words are those words that do not really give meaning, or that do not really contribute meaning to the word. Example, very much excited. You can just say, I am interested, right? You can just say interested. Your words very much do not really contribute to the message of your email. So even though it's just an email, remember, email is one of the biggest a medium of one of the no no one of the biggest media of communication that we do today. So don't just say it's email, it's only email. We still follow the certain parts of making an email, so that you can avoid having this kind of email in the future. Okay, so an email or a mail message observes the following parts: a salutation, greetings, body, conclusion, signature, and attachment if you have an attachment. Because sometimes I'm also guilty of this. I would be sending my email without attaching the word or the PDF. Sometimes I'm so forgetful. So, but it's nice to know that we have to be reminded that if you have a certain attachment on the document, we don't forget to also attach that on the email so that your receiver will have a complete copy of your email. Again, salutation, greetings, body, conclusion, closing, signature, and attachments. Now, definitely, if I will be presenting to you the parts, I should be giving you an example. And the example would be like this, okay? So, dear Miss De La Cruz, that's the salutation. I hope this email finds you well. That's the greetings. But for some, they would skip the greetings because you have already given the salutation. But we Filipinos are so respectful. We want to greet and also friendly. Aside from giving a salutation, we want to greet whoever will be reading our email. So, dear Ms. De La Cruz, I hope this email finds you well. This is Maria May and Sevilla from SDO Navotas. If it's your first time to talk to a professional or to someone you do not really know, always introduce yourself. Okay, so don't just say hello. You are not a friend, and you cannot assume that a person who will be receiving your email knows you. So it's courtesy to introduce yourself. This is Maria Mian Sevilla from SDO Navotas. I didn't say I like, okay? I would like to have a more courteous tone. I would like to express my interest in enrolling in the certification course posted in the university's website, okay? But as you see here, after I presented myself, I immediately go to the purpose of my email because as in one of my courses in an online university, people don't really spend time reading, and because they spend less time in reading, you should go right away to the purpose of your email. No more message or no more things that are not really important. Just go after you introduce yourself, go directly to the purpose of your email. Why are you writing the email, and why should the person read your email? So I would like to express my intent in enrolling in the certification course posted in the university's website. The second sentence can be still improved because instead of just putting in the university's website, you can be more specific as to name the university. But for privacy purposes, I just said university's website. But if you can post or bring out the name of the university, it's better. And I didn't put all the sentences in one paragraph. Why, teacher May? Because you should section the ideas carefully. Okay, so after presenting myself, I go straight to my purpose, and then in the second paragraph, I say, in line with this, may I ask if your office accept walk-in transaction, or should I book a schedule for appointment? See, the second the second paragraph has a different idea. So if it has a different idea, you would not put it in the first paragraph, but you would put it in the second paragraph because it deals with another idea. Okay, that's our fault sometimes, right? We're too lazy, or we don't, not really too lazy because that's so judgmental. We don't spend much time in curating our email that we just put everything in one paragraph. That's incorrect. Always, as a rule in writing, we make paragraphs based on the idea of the sentences because the second paragraph deals with another idea, deals with another purpose. It should not be included in the first paragraph. All right? I hope that's clear. And then after the body, and before I move on to the conclusion, as you can see in the body, may I ask? So you're asking for a clarification and it sounds respectful. May I ask? It doesn't It doesn't sound demanding. It doesn't sound authoritative, but you are courteously, respectfully asking for the options. Are they accepting walk-in, or should you book a schedule for appointment? Because some schools do that. Now, for the conclusion, looking forward to receiving a response. That's why I put it in one of my quizzes, or in one of the items in my quiz, to know what's the important, or what's the correct expression for looking forward to. So looking forward to receiving a response, like Sir Ariel said, you can say hope, hoping for this, but hoping is not so positive as looking forward to. For looking forward to, you're more direct. It you're saying to the receiver that you need a response. You're not just hoping, but you need to receive a response. Though it's demanding, it doesn't sound so demanding. It's another way to put things. You need a response from them, but it's courteously done. Looking forward to receiving a response. Then your closing, warmest regards, or just regards respectfully. Then your signature, your name. You can also attach your virtual signature. So this is how a good email looks like. It's so different from the previous email that I sent to you. Just one sentence with no salutation, with no closing and signature. It's so lazily done. And you're not also setting a good impression to whoever will be reading your email. And because everything is done virtually, we are in distance, we are observing social distancing. Why not set also a good impression even though you're not transacting face to face, right? So mind also how you write your email. So I hope you can take a screenshot. So you can also take a screenshot of this. So you will be reminded of how your email should look like. Okay? One, two, three. Okay, so I hope you took a screenshot already. Now let's talk about, oh, I cannot proceed to my second deck. Oh, this is it. Okay, so I will be showing to you how Grammarly is used in Gmail. So I have here, dear ABX, hello. I sent you an email and you does not reply to it yet. Please reply to me as soon as possible. You see, it's authoritative, it's demanding. That's not the impression that we want to set to whoever will be reading this email. So you can see that again, the mistakes are highlighted in red. So you can just do notification systems. You can click the underlined word because that's a mistake, or you can click the icons here that you can see on the right most part. Wait. Sa gilid. Sa gilid ng email mo, rightmost part of your email body, no? Minsan si teacher nauubusan din ng English. Okay. So you can click, instead of does, it should be do. Then instead of please reply, there, okay? So you can click the icons and you will have the reports. Instead of does, it should be do. And what else? You also have here two icons. The emoticon would give you the report, how friendly, how optimistic, and how confident you sound in your email, right? It's nice. It's nice to have a report like this so you are aware how you sound as you create your email. You also have this, you also have, if you would be pressing this turn on, this power button icon here, it means it would turn off the Grammarly application. So you have two choices, disable until next visit or disable forever. Okay, disable forever. So you have your choices whether to use Grammarly in your Gmail or uh, use it, stop it for now and just use it next time you will be using your Gmail, or disable it forever. So you have two choices. Again, the icons that you will find here, one will be the errors. Second, the emoticon will be how you sound. Are you cheerful, positive, or optimistic, confident? And the power button sign would be if you want to close Grammarly. Okay, that's it. Now for also we have Grammarly on Facebook and Messenger. Oh, so you can have grammar lapse or grammar mistake free messages on Facebook and Messenger. For Facebook, it looks like this. So here is the you know this one. If you're creating a post, you will have the message what's on your mind, and you can just double click it or click this field, and you will be typing your message. So whenever you see this green icon, that means Grammarly is working also for you. Nice, right? So aside from that, I have a sample here. I am support the host for today. So that sounds incorrect, but yes, Grammarly will be giving you the report or the correction for your message. So instead of saying am support, it should be I support the host for today because they're really doing a great job. There you go. And for Messenger here, for Messenger, it's not the green icon, but but the red or green icon. So if you have installed Grammarly in your device, you will have this on your Messenger. Green if you do not have a mistake, red if you have a mistake. And my message, I has reports to send. Definitely, it should not be has, but it should be have. So if I would click on that red dot there, I get the correction. Instead of has, it should be have. Okay. So aside from this one teacher, Grammarly also works for Google Keep. So that's a good inclusion for Grammarly. So you cannot just use it in Google Docs, Microsoft Word application, Microsoft Outlook application, Gmail, Facebook, and Messenger. You can also use that in your Keep. So I am also using the Keep, the Google Keep to draft my documents, to draft the things that I want to do. And it's good because as you drafting your notes, as you drafting your messages, your documents, you also have Grammarly in Google Keeps, right? It's really immersive, it's really comprehensive. And remember, teachers, remember, teachers, that this is just a sneak peek of how Grammarly works and how Grammarly will help us to shoo our grammar worries away. I want you to take your time exploring this wonderful application. But remember, teachers, Grammarly is only a tool to avoid as much as possible grammar lapses when we're writing. It is a different story when we speak. That's why to err is human, to learn from it is divine. Back to our excellent host for today.